Morning all, let's see if anyone's about for a 15-minute game. Probably not. let's watch a title player game, I think, in the meantime. But earns. Actually, the hash, I'm not sure what the hash means again. Oh, they are playing. Or maybe analysing or something. Possibly, oh, they're examining. Right. Okay. So, is he playing another game? Try the Hootie again. I think earns. No, he's not. So zone alarm. It's like with a firewall, isn't it? Zone alarm. FM. Okay, he's got pressure on D5 here. 5-minute game. Oh, we've got a game. Ginyudance. Let's close this. I think that Nim3 for a change or something. I'm trying to see something different this morning. We'll go into a Marshall Gambit. Royal pass. Okay. Could try G6 here for fun. How's he been doing anyway in the last few games? Up and down. So I don't know really what opening this is anymore. Some sort of perk transposition, perhaps. Looks okay. After that, I've got B4 pressure, target square campaign on the cards. So something like D6 97. So I'm getting in trouble with F7. I think not. Bishop G5 could be annoying. This is castle, maybe Queen E8 later, or just H6. Okay, right, D6 here just to stop E5. I think D6. Or is E5 really a problem? Maybe it's not. So what about Rook B8 just to force Bishop B3? I think Rook B8 here is just an active move. Also maybe discouraging casting queenside. That's Bishop A6 to stop casting kingside actually now, after that weakness of the last move. Bishop A6, is it going to have to castle queenside? Is that so bad? Interesting. Don't know really. Where the counterplay would be. Let's be like Rook B4 here, and then taking them Rook E4. I think Rook B4 is kind of interesting. A bit greedy, you know. If he plays like Queen D2 and castle Queen, so they got Bishop H6 later. So, okay. This pawn structure maybe isn't the most inspiring. Possibly Bishop A6 though is a good move. Maybe C5 later, C4. Alright, for the moment I think I'm just gonna well, if the bishop doesn't go there, where does it go later? It can go to E6. Yes, I'm confused actually. Bishop a6, queen d2, castles, then what? Nothing much. c5, perhaps? To threaten c4. Alright, I think that's a reasonable idea. So, in some respect, but I'm weakening d5. But there's always c6 later if I get off that. If I get the rook off that diagonal. Okay. What's castle here now? So is that e5 problem? Is rook b4 as well? Maybe rook b4 here, attacking that bishop. He's going for a direct hack attack now with his king still in the centre. So I wonder. I can play rook d4 to stop going queenside. Is there anything better active? Knight d5. That looks kind of active. Trying to get some pressure going. If castles knight c3 and if it takes rook f4, if it takes the bishop d5, then rook b2. I think knight d5. Try and get my position, counter attack this flank attack, get the position going a bit more activity. Pawn sack. You could just take and then castle queenside. Maybe c6, h5, g5. Right, so c6 here. I've got things like queen a5. h5. I think c6 is important anyway, just to make sure this bishop isn't on the diagonal. Now h5 is looking dangerous, so I wonder g5 or that's too panicky. Maybe queen e7 is possible. Rook h3, crude. Don't really like that. Mind you, I am threatening rook f4, so g5 might be possible with h6 in mind. I'll play g5. Just keep things closed in h6. Maybe g4 here. g4 here, where does the queen go? Stops queen h3 anyway. So I think g4. Then something like rook. A rook move. He's got h6 on the cards. There's rook e4 for rook e5. I'm not playing for that. h6 is looking dangerous. There's bishop e5 as well though. f3, I can rook e5. Okay, so it's h6 for queen g5. Is that an idea? That would stop h6 from white. If f3 there, take no, not taking, maybe just rook e3. So I think h6, trying to keep things closed again. I think queen g5. Queen g5 here is a bit risky, I guess. There's bishop e2, rook d2. Yes, that wouldn't lead anywhere good. If I get rid of the queens here, taking queen g5, I think I'll go for that. Because then the e5 might be a target. So are these pawns weak? Or is that pawn weak? That bishop's blunted out, this bishop's good, so I think I'm gonna get the queens off. So rook e8, trying to surround this pawn. Then don't know. After rooking at 8. Well, I know this bishop's blunted out anyway, so it's optimism. I get the king to h6 on that. So these two are a bit weak, potentially. These two look horrible, but are they exploitable? That's the question about exploitable weaknesses or theoretical. I think these might be more exploitable, I hope, than these two. With rook e8, the king goes to h6. Okay, so rook e8, king h7. Ah, he's on a7, of course. Unless I want to delay my campaign, I could do rook a8. It's a bit passive. Then maybe bishop b5, a5. Bishop b5, there's always a4. Bishop b7, bishop c8. Bishop b7, and then if I just let the pawn go with rook e8, just get a centre pawn. It's got a fast running a pawn, or is it just blockaded? I'll play rook e8. Does he really want to swap a centre pawn for flank pawn? Well, bishop e5, there's a threat of bishop f4. Winning the rook. Right, I'll go for this pawn, I think. This other one. With king h6. I was going to get on that diagonal. Let's go there anyway. Okay, it's a bit dangerous. Whoa! I've got a lot of pawns on the fire now. That's not looking too good. I can take it, I'll probably get mated. Rook h3 check. Whoa, king g6. Bishop d3. f5. Oh, that's horrible. No, I don't want to get my king in too much trouble here. g4's about to drop. Let's play g3 here. If it takes, I'll take on e5. If it takes, it's double pawns. g3. Bit in trouble, but if it's double pawns, it's not so bad. I can take on e5 here. Is there any problem with taking on e5? Rook e3, bishop f4. Oh, he's gone straight into bishop f4. That looks like a howler. Maybe he's expecting d6. Right, just win the exchange. Unless there's anything better here. d6 for c5. I think winning the exchange is a good treat here. Right, so bishop c8 if I just want to maybe play d6 and protect that pawn for a bit longer. Right, so d6 and then c5 later. If the bishop returns that, so we'll take here, take bishop d4, c5. c5 here. Blocking that bishop, threatening rook e3. b4 rook e3, rook c3. b4 rook c3, okay. Bishop d8 or bishop c7. And the bishop and rook coordinated here, bishop f5. Right. That's g4. King takes. King launches. I've got a blockade here. There's no bishop e2 for this pawn. I think g4 start to try and use the g pawn or something. So king h4, king g3, get the g pawn. There's rook e6, but then there's bishop. There isn't bishop e2 just yet. So I think rook e6, hold on to this, so I can get to king to g3, and then right. So bishop b5 blockade. Bishop a6 rather. For blockade to stop bishop b5 at a6. Right. They're getting tricky here. Let's check and win e2. I think bishop c4. I don't want to drop d5. Bishop c4 is bishop b7 and a6. So actually, I think I'll try and win g2 here. This is bishop c4 tactic. There's a bishop c4 tactic. Alright, I'll go for that first actually. Although now there is bishop e7, I'm going to have to sack bishop for, and this is a mating net with, I was going to take bishop d6. Alright, I'll take this while I can. Try for mating net here. That was probably a bit silly. And rook's behind the pawn. So maybe g3 now. So I've got bishop and rook. Try and stop that pawn. Try and get in g2. So b3, g2. No, he just takes. I have to sort of guide this pawn. Still, maybe bishop f1 for g2. Not really sure. Oh, let's put it back for a sec. 4-minute fake 2. I just take on a5. Just get rid of these pawns. Two connected pass pawns with d5 currently protected. Whoa, really? I suppose so. But this f1 looks dangerous now. King e2, rook a1, threatening just queening. Oh, he's resigned here, yeah. Ooh. Interesting. So I'm sort of fending off this attack. Getting the queens off, trying to work on the pawns. Yeah, I thought I was in trouble at various points in this game. Passed a pawn. Here, knocking out for a bishop sack just to get this with the two connected pass pawns. It's a lot about pass pawns this game, getting rid of the opponents and trying to get connected. Comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks so much.